Alright, so this inspection's an interesting one. I had a TikTok follower reach out to me to do this inspection because she paid $105,000 to a contractor to do a bunch of work, and she was questioning whether it was well done or not because it didn't look great. So we're here today to inspect this thing and see how this goes. So stay tuned, let's peel this onion. So you were just telling me what, that told you he wouldn't do a walkthrough with you. And he said that everything was good. His guys did a great job. And what else?
Everything was up to code.
All right, let's dig in. Buckle up. So I'm up on the roof right now, and the first thing that I saw was they had the J channel at the bottom, right against the shingles. You see right here? See how this right here is just touching the shingles? This is all new, by the way. All of this. This is not supposed to be right against the shingles. There's supposed to be a gap here. Now, underneath there, what we should see is step flashing underneath these shingles. What I don't see, even worse, underneath here, when I lift this up, you can see right there, water is just going to go right behind the siding right there. We're up on the roof, and what do we see? But what do we have right here? Torn shingle. Come over here, and you will see there's nothing nailing these down, and these just lift right off of here. As I went down here, I noticed exposed nails right here. So they just put those tiny little nails in right there, and they didn't even bother to seal those. And you will see there is just a bunch of goop and tar sealant or mastic just gooped all around the chimney. That right there is not the way that you do that. That should have step flashing and then counter flashing on top of that. There's no apron here, and we are just getting started. As you see here, as we come down, we'll just throw some more goop on here. Oh yeah, this is great. Check this out. This nice rake edge flashing they've got here. Number one, it's open at the top. You see that right there? That is just where water is going to pour right in. But watch this. It is not even fastened. There are two little nails holding this whole piece in, and this is not supposed to be sticking out. This is supposed to be tucked under the drip edge. Ask me why? Why should that be? Well, because you see all that wood behind there? This is there to protect that. And if you look right there, that's a piece of OSB, which might as well be a sponge. La la la, nothing to see here. Everything is good. There's just a big section of the shingle sticking up. Gee, I wonder why that's sticking up. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because there's this giant nail sticking out that they didn't bother to put in. I mean, seriously. You're up here doing the roof. You can't hit that with your hammer? Now, when you trim your shingles, ideally you'd want this to be about 1/4 of an inch overhang. Flush is okay, not ideal, but you definitely don't want this right here. That is just crap work, and that's the drip edge flashing, which is marginally secured. Oh, don't worry, this gets way worse. Apparently they were running out of their tar sealant because they didn't even bother to seal it completely. I don't know, what do you think about that? Does that look like any water might get in there? What about this? How's that look? Now, this is a full tear off. This is a brand new roof covering, but it looks to me like they reused the old boot flashings, and you can see their sealant leaves a lot to be desired. But you're going to notice something here as well. You see this is all concave right here. This is a failure point for these flashings. Water will rest right down in here, and it'll start to grow barnacles like this here, and then over time this actually starts to leak. And because there's a puddle of water in this little concave belly here, it starts to leak right inside. So this right here is probably less than $20. If they buy them in bulk, they probably get them for $15. I've heard guys tell me they even get these for as little as $10. And what they chose to do was to put one little nail in it, not fasten that one, not fasten this one, goop it up and move on. Now, the same way that you're supposed to have that 1/4 inch overlap on your drip edge flashing of the shingles, it works the other way as well. If you notice right here, this is excessive. When you have shingles that hang over this far, guess what? Wind catches these. And when you have high wind, it gets up underneath here and it lifts all this up. This is just excessive all the way down. That's a good 1-inch overlap in some areas. Now this is probably one of my favorite issues I found so far. You see this flashing they've got around the window? This trim is black. It fits with the motif. So they come over here and guess what they didn't do? They didn't get the right flashing for this window. Instead, what they chose to do is they just painted a non-paintable surface, which you can see why is a bad idea. It looked good when they left, right? Vinyl is not an enamel receptive surface, and this is just going to continue to peel right off of there. Okay, quiz time for you guys. I'm going to show you this and I'm going to ask you what's wrong. So what's the issue right along here? It's brand new vinyl siding all the way across here. Well, that right there is soil. Well, it's actually mulch, but on a soil-based surface, the clearance from the ground to your siding should be a minimum of 6 inches. 8 inches is preferred. You don't want ground to wood contact. You definitely don't want ground to siding contact. So all the way across here, they backfilled with inadequate ground to siding clearance. And this is another contractor who just told her this was up to code. And that right there is that bottom J channel where the starter strip goes. All of that is wrong. All right, another thing that I noticed when I first pulled up is they put the downspout right in the middle of this gutter, and they just bent the gutter in the center. So I'm not going to say that's wrong, but I'm just going to say that ain't right. Sorry, Trey, I had to steal your tagline there. But you'll notice the reason they did it was because there's this iron pipe down here. Now, they just stuck that in there, and there's actually evidence that water is splashing out of that. Nobody knows where that goes. They just piped it right in there and called it good. And this doesn't daylight anywhere that we can find. Anytime you're looking at siding and you see little spots like this that are hanging down, right? You'll see there's one right here hanging down. What you want to do is reach up with this and you'll see this just pops right off of there. Now, good news, there is house wrap behind this. Happy to see that. But that is not properly tensioned, and that is going to be a spot that always blows out. And there's a bunch of those. You can see here, right here. I bet you this pops right off of here. That is not right at all. Now you'll notice here that they couldn't be bothered. Contractors who were so happy to put a bunch of goop all over everything just couldn't be bothered to seal up this hose bib. But good news, this is a technological advancement. These are those new extendable hose bibs. Yeah, we come over here, we see the same thing here and there, and these right here, these just pop right out. Not good. Over here on this rake edge, how's that look to you guys? Did they run out of those tiny little nails? All right, let's follow the path of water. Your water running down this siding. You're going to get into here. As you run down to this corner, see that hole right inside there? Right there. Well, that's where water is going to go. And guess where that goes? Behind the wall, behind the house wrap, the Tyvek, right down that wall, and it starts to cause moisture damage, mold, and then everybody dies. All right, for $105,000, you can imagine that the homeowner, my client, is not happy about it. But if you notice this window is very happy about it, because you see it smiling up there? That is amazing workmanship. And the spray paint bandit strikes again. Just in case anyone's wondering, vinyl is not paint receptive. Okay, you're welcome. Thank me later. I guess we're just going to use a 2x4 for the threshold on this door. That's garbage. Complete garbage. That's not going to last more than 3 years. Come on, Mr. Goop. What, did you just take the day off? Gooped up the chimneys and went home? These are supposed to be pretty clean, straight lines. I don't know if you can see this or not, but what happened here? Why are those angled down? That's a big bunch of nope. This is nice too. This bows way out right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Does that look fastened to you? And downspouts are intended to get water away from your house, not dump it right where it's going to do the most damage, right next to your foundation. Not to mention they are funneling water right into the house. Good news, you can see bare wood right here, and none of this is even fastened. This is loose as well. Now you get a different vantage point from when we were up on the roof, but does that look like a masterful flashing job to you? As we work our way down. How's that look to you guys? Well, at first I thought, having nails that weren't fully seated, was going to be a problem. But they went through the effort over here to go ahead and bend them down nicely, Just smash that right down. That's really nice work. But over here, I'm guessing it was time for lunch, because they didn't even bother to put those in. So I started off kind of jovial and having a good time. Now I'm just pissed. $105,000. That's what she paid for this crap work that they didn't even bother to fasten. $105,000. We still don't have flashing that is sealed or fastened. All right, look, I'm a home inspector, okay? I'm not a musician or a vocalist. Out of 18 potential nails, how many do you think they got right? Big bunch of nope. Big bunch of nope. Big bunch of nope. This one's just a big bunch of joke. There's no nail there at all. Oh, wait. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that one's nice. No nail here, but at least we can see the sheathing underneath. No, big bunch of nope. That ain't right. Don't do that. Inspected, rejected. Inspected, rejected. Crap work. And then here, this is the chef's kiss. Good news, I'm happy to see no house wrap on this side at all. Yes, they installed this door. Apparently they put something there, and then put something there, and then just decided not to. All right, this threshold, what do you guys think of that? $105,000. So this door, as I came in, let me see if I can show this on video, but look at this hinge down here. That is the entire door frame flexing. All right, so now we're on the inside, and yep, you guessed it, this gets worse.